Hey, what's up everyone? Today we are looking at The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Figma Link by Good Smile Company. This is a figure I've talked about a couple of times now. I've mentioned this when I was reviewing the Jack Specific Breath of the Wild Link figure that got re-released last year. But I'm really looking forward to this one. It's been a really long time since we've gotten a brand new Link Figma. So here is how the packaging is. We get a big open window that shows the figure and all of the accessories here. We also get the Good Smile Company logo at the top. Get a shot of the figure, the product number here to the bottom. Now at the top of the packaging, we get a shot of the figure, and it's also the same at the bottom right there, except we get the barcode right there. Here's this side. Get another shot of the figure, the rest of the bottom. Then we get a different shot on the other side. And then the back right here just shows some more images here of the figure. We also get a picture of here that shows the accessories right there. Okay, so here is the figure out of the packaging right here. So far, paint job on mine came out really good. Loving the sculpt on this guy. Really liking it a whole lot actually. Looks really clean, especially the head sculpt here. This is looking pretty nice. There's some weird things about this figure I'm not really feeling though. It kind of brings my excitement a little bit low here, but for the most part, I have been enjoying the figure for a bit. So here's a closer look at the head sculpt right here, and it's pretty nice. I really like the way how this came out. The paint job again is really clean on mine, even around the face, like the eyes and the eyebrows. I also like the expression. This is like the standard face you're gonna get once you take the figure out of the packaging, but it does look pretty good. When you take this figure out of the box, it is gonna have like the plastic around the figure, so you know that way the paint doesn't rub on or anything like that. So you are gonna be like removing that, but you got the earrings here. The ponytail has a hinge, which is nice. That's probably gonna help for the figure to like look up, or if you wanna, you know, do some posing with that too. But that has a hinge right there. Now, one thing I do want to say here is be careful removing the face. So there's actually, you can see like the slot here, like this cut for the hair, because you are going to be removing the hair first, like the front of the hair, and then that's when you'll take the face off. These right here though, the hair, these are a soft material. Be careful plugging the face back in. You could scratch this, because I did that here with this. You can see how the plastic, it's like, it looks like it's kind of been stretched out a little bit, or it kind of got scuffed. These are not removable. You're just removing this front piece of the hair. So just be cautious when, you know, interchanging the face with these, because you could mess that up. For the attire, the paint applications is pretty good. I like the way how the, you know, the details here that they did for like the shoulder pad, which is nice. You also have it here along with like the straps and the buckles here. You know, his armor, as you can see. These are actually a floaty piece, by the way. So, you know, the two straps here. See, we got the pouch there, and then, you know, the arrows and the quiver. The instructions didn't say anything about this being removable. Along with the arrows, you can see this is actually like sculpted on along with the arrows. I don't believe the arrows are removable. I've tried it. I didn't want to like pull too hard to rip it, but I don't believe the arrows are removable, because I'm sure the instructions would have said that. So yeah, but they're just there, you know, they are there. And then, you know, the pants and the boots are pretty plain, right? Not a lot going on. There's a couple of details of to show off the wrinkles, but you know, not so bad. Bottom of the shoes right there. This is kind of soft too, but yeah, for the most part, I'm definitely liking this Figma a lot. You know, you got the hand, it's looking nice. I'm really liking this guy a lot. Now, even though the paint job came out really good on this guy, I will say I think a wash would have helped a whole lot here. I think it would have bring the figure to life really. If there was like a bit more of a wash with the hair and more of like the attires, especially like most of the brown, I think it would look so much better, because it is, again, it's most of it is like bare plastic, as you can see, like the, you know, like the pants and the shoes really, right? But I really do think a wash would really help out a lot. Okay, now for the accessories. So as always, this is going to be the face and then the interchangeable hands that's already going to be on the figure. The extra interchangeable face plates you get here, you get a angry expression and then just a regular smiling expression. You do also get the Highland shield along with the master sword and the sheath for that. These accessories came out pretty good. I really like the way these came out, and you also get the Highland hood, which is a cloth material. I'll get into that a bit more after the articulation to show off a few things. But the Highland hood is also good. You do get a spread of hands. They give you like this rack of like, you know, all of the hands that's included here, at least for like this this version. You do get the standard Figma base with the stand, and then you get some extra like pegs really for the figure. And yeah, that's all of the accessories. Now for those that don't know, this is the standard version, so I'll do like a comparison to know what you're getting into. So the standard version is to the left, that's the one that I have, and then the deluxe is like to the right. So if you're, you know, not liking the spread of accessories for this figure, you do have an option, which is the deluxe. So I thought I would throw that in just if you didn't like the the amount of accessories you're getting for this guy. But just remember, this is the standard version, which is the one I didn't really mind. I wasn't crazy about getting the others, but still a pretty good spread, so not too bad. Okay, now for the articulation. So the head is on a double ball peg, but there's also a ball peg here for the neck. Most of the movement will happen for the neck. It's not bad though. You do get some pretty good range. Like Link can actually look up, and remember there's a hinge for that ponytail. So when you put Link all the way up like that, he can actually look all the way up, which is nice. So that's great. And he can look all the way down too. Put the ponytail back down a bit, but he can look all the way down, which is great. Pivoting is okay. Remember, most of the movement is coming from that neck. It's okay, but I feel like it does work a lot better looking up and down, but it's okay. And then you have your standard rotation there. For the shoulders, I'm not really a fan of the way how they designed the shoulders here. So at first I thought it was going to be more of like a butterfly joint. It's kind of weird. It kind of like shifts up and down and like left and right a bit. Like you can move the arm, you know, like around really. However, right here, if you can kind of see that, it's already bumping into this piece right here. So once that bumps in, the arm is going to turn like sideways like that now. I mean, I guess it's not the biggest deal, but it's just kind of weird though that they did that. So, you know, there's that. And then you also have the, you know, that ball peg there that's kind of revealed really, that you can see. And then you don't really get much of a good hinge though out of that either. Like that's probably the highest you can get. Even if I just shift it, it doesn't. I'll try this one. Yeah, I think it's only just gonna go about horizontal really. So yeah, that's that right there. There's no articulation though near the bicep, so no articulation at all. You're just rotating the entire arm. We are double jointed though with the elbows, and you get that much range right there. The wrists do swivel. They're on a ball hinge, so there's that. For the torso, we got ball pegs going on here. So you have the top joint and then the bottom right here. So to get Link to crunch forward, it's actually not bad. You're getting this much, right? Not so bad right there. So you get him to crunch forward about there, and then like crunching back probably about there. Still not too bad. I think you crunch forward a little bit better, and then to the side, not the best. You can't really go out to the side as much, but you have your rotation to the waist though. It's kind of weird trying to move though. For the hips, so out to the side, it's not bad. Link can get about full on splits. Yeah, about full on splits right there. And then kicking forward, I'm actually curious how this is gonna be. It's pretty good. He can kick about horizontal. There's also drop down hips for this guy. So using the drop down hips, you're kicking about this high. There's not much of a difference though, you know. So I mean, the drop down hips, they're there, but they're not like a huge difference, but they are there. And then kicking back, there's a lot going on here, but it's not bad though. You can see like the range still isn't that bad, right? So yeah, you get good range here with the hips. You're rotating, I mean, there is a thigh cut. You're rotating on that ball peg, and then we are double jointed with the knees, so you get that much range right there. Unfortunately, there's no boot rotation. No boot rotation for this guy. But for the ankles, we can go that far back. They do go pretty far forward, and then you have a pretty steep ankle rocker. It's not the best though. It's okay, but you have an ankle rocker right there. And then we have a toe hinge, and even the toe hinge doesn't really look that good, honestly, the way how they placed it. It's there, like it is definitely functional, but it's just in a weird placement, really. It just looks like he kind of broke his foot the way how it is. But you know, the toe hinge is there, and then I already showed off the ponytail right there. Now here's the Highland hood right here. This is just a cloth material right here. There's no like bendy wire or anything like that. This is actually a hard plastic, so it's not like you can put the hood over him. I'll actually remove this because you're not really going to need this if you put this on to Link. So what you would do, of course, you would just, you know, pop the head off. So I just, you know, pop that off like that. And this kind of just rests onto the figure. It doesn't really peg on to anywhere of the figure. And then you would just, you know, of course, place the head back on. And there you go. That's how he looks with, you know, the Highland healed. I said hood and shield at the same time. The Highland hood onto the figure. He can still pose pretty well. He can still look down, and then if you want to look up while moving the ponytail, yeah, he can still look up pretty well. Now for comparison, here I have it next to some other Link figures. So we have the Skyward Sword Figma, the one by Good Smile right here. This is actually the Jack specific Breath of the Wild Link figure. That's the new release one that came out last year. So you can see this figure is definitely not going to scale with these other Link figures. So any of your other Figmas or Jack's Link figures, not going to scale at all. This one was more of like in the true 1/12 scale, but it looks like they're going with like the more like, you know, like the Marvel Legends classified series, like that sort of scale right here. So it's, yeah, Link's a whole lot taller. I didn't even know Link was that tall, really. I don't know, I'm not an expert. I don't know exactly how tall he is, but this might be a bit too tall. I don't know, you guys can let me know how you feel about that one. But if I if I like remove these two, I'll bring in like just the, you know, like the Marvel Legends like Punisher figure. So like he's a bit tall, but like you can still see like he's not too far off. He's not too far off from the Link right here. And then I'll throw in like the Jada Toys Cyberpunk David figure. Like, yeah, he's not like really too far off. I feel like you can still throw him in because he's not that bad. But then you throw in this. Oops, I just dropped that right there. But then you throw in this Link Figma right here, and yeah, that completely different right here, right? Now here's one last comparison. I grabbed a bunch of other figures I have in my Smash Brothers display. So, you know, I have like the Bring Art, Sephiroth, the Figma Joker, SH Figure Arts, Mario and Yoshi, you know, the Figma, Samus, Jada, Ryu, and Mega Man, you know, like a bunch of characters here just to show you how this Link figure will scale with a lot of these figures. And he is still pretty tall. Like that's how he is next to Samus, which is wild. And another thing I'll do is I'll even use the other Figma, the Dread Figma Samus figure. This is how it scales next to Link. So yeah, but he is going to be a lot taller though. So yeah. Alright, so final thoughts on The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Figma Link by Good Smile Company. I am pretty satisfied with this release. There's a few hiccups I'm not liking though. Again, the shoulders are just a bit awkward trying to move sometimes. They don't really move that well as I want them to move for posing. I do think a wash would definitely make this figure look a lot better as well. Don't get me wrong, it does still look really good, but because it's at such a really high price point and it's an import, I definitely would have expected a bit more from it with the aesthetics. But man, they killed it here on the sculpt. Paint applications are great. Articulation is improved. Not the best in some areas, but it still gets the job done. And I love the accessories. Not too crazy on getting the deluxe. Don't really need all that. I mainly just wanted the figure anyway. And I like it so far. It's pretty solid. The scaling will probably be an issue though to most people. I do think he's way too tall. However, I want to know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Now, if you want to pick this up, a lot of online retailers are, carrying this. I don't know if it's still available on Good Smile's site, but I got mine strictly from Hobby Genki. They might be able to still have this one in stock. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review, but until then, take care, my friends.